Everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 3, Episode 2. If you were new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also the reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, well, welcome back. So, we don't have any comments from last week's video, so we're going to jump right on in. Jen is getting this charcuterie board together because her mama is coming over. And the only thing I can see is she is feeding her dog pieces of meat. And I don't see her go to the kitchen sink to wash her hands to finish preparing the charcuterie board. So therefore, I am not a dog person, but it gets to me when I see you feeding your dog and then you go back to processing food. Dogs' mouths is nasty. Wash your hands. But anyways, Jen, she is still playing the role of she is innocent, and it is scary to be accused, for all these heinous things. She tells her mama that they had a mock trial and it was rough because you got to sit there quietly as the prosecutors break down all the things that you have alleged to have done. And she walked out of the courtroom twice. And I'm like, one, is that, are you allowed to do that? And two, you're not going to be able to do that when it's the real trial. You're going to have to sit there quietly or they're going to hold you in contempt. But like on top of that, Omar, he has been affected by that, saying, kids at school is going to be really, really rude and ignorant towards him. Talking about your mama was out here allegedly stealing from folks. That's how y'all was able to come up. Y'all was living this lavish and lavish lifestyle off the back of the money your mama allegedly stole. They got that going on. Then she got people messaging her, talking about she guilty and she need to go to prison. But she says her family, they don't deserve that. What they've been going through. And I'm sitting here like, well, the people that you have alleged who have defrauded and stolen from, they didn't need their money stolen or alleged to have been stolen or defrauded. So they didn't need to go through that neither. Now granted, your family don't need to be going through this. You, because it's looking like you did it, yeah, you need all of that. Where we at? Y'all know how last week Lisa was hanging around with Heather because she doesn't have anybody to really film with like that, for real. Now it's Meredith's turn. She's going over there to see Whitney. She ain't never just, hey Whitney, hey girl, what you doing? Let's meet up. That's not their relationship. And even Whitney clocked that, like, she ain't never been to my house like that, for real. But I guess since her and Meredith are at odds, she need a friend to talk to. She needs somebody to film a scene with. Meredith goes on and on about how Lisa is a hypocrite because she be doing this, and then you talk about you when you doing this and doing this. And she shows that they do show a montage of all the times that Lisa has said something at the side of her neck about the other ladies. Whitney, that one, I think it was like season 1 when Whitney had people from I guess some bartenders that Lisa sent over, and they were serving her vodka, how they was getting drunk with the people at the party. They was breaking glasses, they was doing all the things that she up her. Whitney came to her not as no funny, I'm trying to come at you in some sideways type of way. It was like, I just want to let you know some of the bartenders, they weren't being as professional. And it was kind of like, you may want to like get rid of them because you never know what party they're going to be in. It's going to really hurt your business. She talked about I'm not going to lose my license over some wedding with a stripper pole in the basement. Shading Whitney. And then she was like, yes, I remember Heather in school. She was flashing people, all that. And then she talking about some Jen cheating on Sharif and Meredith, her family being posers, and how she done hunched half of New York City. And Meredith was like, she's over here talking about some rumors about me and us and all the group. But I've heard rumors that she was out here doing favors to get her liquor put in certain locations. I think it's absurd, but there is a rumor out there like that. And Whitney was like, well, yeah, I done heard the rumor too. So I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying that there is a rumor out there. I don't know if it's true or not. I really, really don't care whether it is or it isn't. Yeah, I apologize. These allergies are so disrespectful. I don't even be going outside like that for real, for real. And allergies is like, we gonna be waiting on you. Whether you want us to be here or not. Been taking Flonase, allergy pills, and it's still like, nope, we here. Whitney tells her husband that her brother had been going, she's been going through healing therapy and her brother's been going through healing therapy. But he's been doing something called EDMR. Now, I'm going to look that up because I don't know what it is. It says it's eye movement, desensitization, and reprocessing. It's a form of psychotherapy developed by Francine Shapiro in the 1980s that was originally designed to alleviate the distress associated with trauma memories such as post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay. It says it's an 8-phase treatment method used to help combat trauma experiences and other mental health disorders. The phases are broken up into history taking, client preparation, assessment, desensitization, desensitization. I think I'm missing the desensitization. Yes. Installation, body scan closure, and examine the process of treatment. Now, I don't know how accurate those kind of treatments are because I remember watching an episode of Law and Order SVU where a young lady went through some like memory treatment process, and it turns out that she was given a false memory and therefore she acted on that false false memory and ended up committing a crime. I'm not saying it does work and I'm not saying it doesn't work, but I'm not sure how accurate it is. But in the process, the brother, he remembers some things of her childhood that she had blocked out and that she had been abused as a child. Now, she says from age like 9 to 17, it's just like blank. There is nothing in it. And the more and more she's going through therapy, the more and more pain and the memories are coming back. And that's got to be like a traumatic experience to not remember something and then have all those memories come flooding back like that at once, and it's just like pain piled on pain piled on pain. So I'm guessing that's what she's going to be going through this season, dealing with the trauma from her past and her trying to heal from it. Now, y'all, they decided that they're going to go to Scottsdale, Arizona. And first of all, they was being shady towards Scottsdale, Arizona. Heather's talking about some Scottsdale, Arizona is like the redheaded stepchild. It is basically a warmer Utah with more white people. These are her words, not mine. Meredith, she would rather be in the Maldives or Bali, but Whitney's like, you cannot leave the United States of the America. We gotta go. We can only go through the 50 states. We can't go nowhere luxurious like the Bali, to the Maldives or Bali. We just can't do that. So Whitney and Heather, nope. Whitney and Lisa are the first ones to get there because Whitney's like, having Lisa and Meredith on the same plane together. No, we're not gonna do that. It's bad enough we're gonna be in the house together. We're gonna have them on separate flights. Lisa explains to Whitney that growing up, she led the role. It's like, even though she was a middle child, she was the one in charge of the siblings. And I was like, that explains her attitude. Like, she wants to be in charge. What she says goes. Both her parents were young when they had kids, raising kids, and she took on a responsibility. And she says, since she is close to her sisters, when she calls somebody her sister, that means, that means something to her. In my mind, my first thought was, are you still close to the sister that used to go with John before you got with him? Are y'all still close? I mean, granted, it has been umpteen years, and his sister probably has gone on, married the real love of her life, and had children and all these things. But like, your sister used to go with John, and when they broke up, you got with John, dated, married, and had kids with him. But okay. Now she's sitting there talking about somehow she was more invested in her friendship with Meredith than Meredith was with her. It's like she basically said, how dare Meredith throw away this 10-year friendship that we had because I was talking out of the side of my neck. That is basically what she said. And she says she is forgiving herself for what she says. And I was like, that is very big of you. I don't know when or if Meredith is going to forgive you, but if you forgive yourself, I guess that's all that matters. That you are removing yourself from anything that you have done. You were the victim here, Lisa. Gotcha. They are treating Jen like something was done to her. You know, the trial's going on. She's going through that, and it's been tough on her. So since she's going through this trial, we're going to give her the master bedroom, you know, the nicer of the bedrooms. And I'm sorry, y'all are here for the person who was alleged stealing from people. Do y'all have the same compassion from the people who are alleged to have been stolen from? Now, y'all, it's not like I could understand we are going to be here for Jen because she has been totally wrong. Like, Jen, she worked at this particular company. She was high up in the company, but she wasn't like so high up that like where she called shots. Stay with me on this one. And they had her sign some paperwork saying one thing and it was something else, and it implicated her of stealing money. I can see that if, okay, we're going to be here for Jen because she did nothing wrong. They basically tricked her into signing some paperwork that was taking people's money. Then I understand, feel sorry for Jen, be there for Jen because she was wrong. Jen was the head of the corporation operation building situation. She was in charge of that. And the people who she worked with, they have already like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take this plea deal because I'm not trying to go to prison for all these years. They already got us on so many charges. They know that we alleged did this. I'm trying to get my words right because I ain't trying to have nobody sue me. They say we allegedly did this. They believe that we allegedly did this. I'm a back out now. Jen, is she not trying to do that? She just still trying to save face? I don't know. But y'all are so concerned about Jen for allegedly doing this. What about the people she allegedly did it to? But anyway, Whitney has a shaman come out, you know, help with the ladies and, you know, do the cleansings and all those things. And I'm sitting there like, Meredith, you was late. You didn't get the full experience. And now you got to sit next to Lisa. That really irks my nerve when people are like, if you're like 5 minutes late, okay, sure. But like when you were consistently late and you're consistently like an hour late into things, now you're disrespecting my time. You have no respect for what I got going on, and I'm not here for it. Meredith, she doesn't want to share what she's going through, and Lisa has nurse like, I used to be your safe space. She's like, I don't feel like you are my safe space. You just hush right down. Okay, I'm not going to say anything. Yeah, you just sit right there. Whitney, yes, that's her name. She kind of, stated how she's remembering past trauma. So I guess they're gonna get more into that next episode. But the next episode seemed like it was gonna be like, oh child. So that would suggest, if I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day for $99. Make sure your notifications are on, so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.